Ready? Let's go.
So
Hey, Chidorin.
始まったか。
Yeah, we're back to Kinzo, okay. Hey there, how's it going?
はい。
Even though Kinzo had heard of the 6 deaths, his emotions did not waver. The expression on his face as he gazed out the window was a smile, as though his opponent in the chess game had just made a spectacular move. Oh no. No pressure. But I'm glad you're hyped. Hey Desolane, how's it going? It was unimaginable that this expression could appear on a father who had lost many children at once.
ローザ様のご指示でゴーダとカノンが警察へ電話しております。それから親方様に以後のご指示を仰ぐようにとも仰せつかっておりますが、いかがいたしますか。すでにこの島は現世から切り離されているのだ。電話など何の役にも立たぬわ。
Hey Zeku, how are you?
やめさせますか。ルーレットが終わるまで何をして過ごすも自由だ。好きにさせてやれ。はい。
Always a thumbs up from you. I like it. Good.
そのローザ様には何とお伝えいたしましょうか。
何をして過ごすも自由だと言っておる。歌おうが踊ろうが、首をつろうが煮えたぎる大釜に飛び込むも自由。13人が死ぬまで好きに過ごせばよいのだ。そんなに退屈ならば、なぜに 6×9 が42になるかでも考えていればいい。
6 times 9 is not 42. Okay.
それが人と宇宙の神秘の答えだ。
That's 6 times 7. That's 42. What is happening?
はい。申し訳ございま
Does
せ
he
ん。
actually mean it to, like, you know, spend your time thinking about something that's not real or something that just has no consequence? Is that what he's trying to imply by it? Like saying it wrong on purpose? Okay. Shannon cowered in fright at this sudden rage. Genji made a gesture as though telling her not to say too much. Shannon couldn't help but regret speaking out of turn.
だが、自由にしてよいのはお前たちもだ。源氏、そしてシャノンも、今日までよく私に尽くしてくれた。
もったいないお
New
言葉で
math
す。
just dropped. I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep from last night. I had to like check myself for a second, just to be like, that is wrong, you know.
ですがその
私どもは親方様にお仕えすることを誓った家具です。いついかなる時でもおそばに控えております。最後のその時まで。お前たちにはすべてを話しておきたい。シャノン、遺言を書く。筆行を頼む。
Okay.
源氏はいつもの酒を頼む。
はい。
I mean, I've already heard it so many times. I'm kind of used to it already. They've said it a lot. I wouldn't be surprised. I obviously never kept count, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's already like a couple hundred. Nanjo had often recommended that Kinzo write a will because of his health, but each time Kinzo had gone mad with rage. Since that time, will had been the word Kinzo took most exception at. Oh god. Canon is gone, usage will drop by about 90%. I hope you mean Canon is gone for now. And just for now, it will drop by 90%. Okay. Right? Don't answer that. I know it's a spoiler, but I want to hope. Please write my will. I leave Beatrice everything. Yeah, pretty much. Probably that's what it will be. Because that word had come out of his own mouth, Shannon couldn't help doubting her ears for an instant. Shannon hurriedly prepared the side table and some writing paper. Genji also began preparing his usual green devil, just as he was ordered.
準備が整いました。
何から語るか。我が生涯を語るもよいか。思い出深い対局を棋譜に残すのは楽しいことだ。100年以上も昔の棋譜を読み、対局者たちの思いを探る思考の旅も実に楽しい。ならば、我が生涯の棋譜も、後世の者によって我が思いを探る旅への誘いとなるのだろうか。Maybe
you're thinking a little bit too highly of yourself, my dude. For a while, Kinzo considered where he should start speaking from, striding all around the room with his hands behind his back.
親方様、どうぞ。
すまんな、我が友よ。さて、我が生涯を語るには、あの魔女との出会いから記さねばなるまい。シャノン、筆記せよ。
Wait, I'm trying to place that word. Where is it?
私がベアトリーチェに初めて出会ったのは、だいぶ以前に遡る。あれは昭和の何年だったか。確か終戦の。
I don't know eras. I have no idea when they say end of the show. I have no idea what it means. I can never be bothered to remember them. Sorry. Ah, the epitaph. Okay, thank you. I had not registered the Japanese word for it. Okay. Nah, I still think Kagu is probably taking that. It would be interesting to know. If the text existed somewhere, it would be nice to run some statistics on it. We took enough time to regain our calm, and we each swore to our parents that we'd definitely catch the killer. It would be a lie to say we weren't still bitter. I mean, you have not discovered Jessica and Canon just yet, so let's see. Even now, if we gave in just a little, we'd feel like going on a rampage like Jessica and resorting to some kind of violence. According to what Goda-san said after he got back, right now Kanon-kun was looking after Jessica. Apparently she was still very emotionally high-strung. I mean, you think?
ありがとう。
I mean, what war? The Second World War? Yes, I know when that is, if that's what he means.
若い子の気持ちは若い子の方が汲み取れるかもしれない。今はそっとしておく方がいいんでしょうね。
ローザさん、私らにこれ以上ここに留まってできることは何もありません。電話は普通でしょうが、明日になれば船が来てくれて、それで警察へ連絡できるでしょう。
Okay, I got it. Yes, I know the Second World War. Okay.
警察の捜査のためにも、ここはこのまま残すべきです。
We already know how that's gonna go, so.
私も南條先生に同感です。
No comments there.
このようなところにいつまでもおられますと、お体に触ります。戻り、紅茶をお入れしましょう。
そうね。私もそれに賛成よ。 バトラ君もジョージ君も、もういい？ここは閉めましょう。警察が来た時のためにも、ここはこのまま残しておいた方がいいわ。
What?
そうですね。
I don't know what that is. So if it's a joke or if it's a real thing, I can't tell.
バトラ君、大丈夫かい？
ああ。流せる涙は流し尽くしたぜ。もう大丈夫さ。
And I know emus are birds, but I didn't know there was a war or what kind of nuance war can have against emus. I am so confused. They unironically waged war against emus. Like, what? Did they have an overpopulation issue or what was happening? Operation Cottage. Oh my god, okay. The naming. Jeez. The police would surely find some evidence from a thorough investigation. But we hadn't been adult enough to wait for that. I had investigated the chapel in my own way, trying to catch the culprit before the police got here. And what I figured out was, frustratingly, nothing. Who is surprised at that? Nobody. I hadn't been able to find a single hint.
さあ、出ましょう。マリア、行くわよ。いつまでもジロジロ見ていないの。
さあさあ、マリア様。
They didn't lose the war, they just didn't win. Okay, that's interesting. What does that mean? There we go.
参りましょう。ここは肩を冷やします。
父さん、母さん。
Okay, they were destroying crops. They signed a non-aggression pact with the emus. I don't know if emus are able to sign their side of that pact.
今日までありがとう。僕はきっと父さんたちの期待を裏切らない男になる。
Have we seen the sprite of George before? This doesn't seem like something you see too often. George spoke his last words of farewell to his parents. After seeing that, Battler followed suit.
親父、綺麗さ。
Taken on their own, their faces made it look like they were sleeping, which made it all the more bitter.
こんな涼しすぎるところに残してくろう。許してくれよな。
Oh, that cut right through my heart.
絶対に敵は取るぜ。
Gombit chimpanzee war. What? Okay. I'm gonna search all of these things. I feel so uneducated right now. Ah, the emus were better equipped.
絶対にな。
これは何？気色の悪い落書きだね。犯人が書いたのかな？
悪趣味に過ぎますな。これはひどい。
When the door to the chapel was closed, we learned about that creepy graffiti for the first time.
私たちが見つけた最初からもう書かれておりました。おそらく犯人が書いたものに違いないでしょう。
犯人は魔女だから。こりゃ悪魔を呼び出す魔法陣か何かだってのか。
これは太陽の7の魔法陣だよ。そんなのも知らないんだね。
こら、その気持ち悪い笑いをやめなさいといつも言ってるでしょ。
One twist, I guess, to this version of events is that Rosa is there to be like, yo, Maria, what the heck are you doing with that laugh? Knock it out.
マリア、続けろ。
But somehow I'm no longer like affected by it. I'm just like, okay, Maria is just saying Maria things.
何の意味があるんだ。
肉体的、あるいは精神的な束縛から逃れるための魔法陣だよ。そして演習部に書かれているヘブライ語は、主は私の枷を解かれました。私はあなたに感謝の生贄を捧げ、主の皆を呼ぶでしょう。
感謝の生贄。父さんたちが殺されたのはこの魔法陣のための生贄だっていうのか。
心を落ち着けてジョージ君。こんなのは犯人の挑発よ。どうせ意味なんてないわ。考えるだけ心に毒よ。
そして英語も書いてあるな。ハッピーハロウィン for マリア。なるほどな。それでここを開ける鍵がマリアに渡されてたと。そういうわけか。
ここは礼拝堂だしね。マリアちゃんのマリアじゃなく聖母マリアの方の意味かもしれないよ。だとすればハロウィンの名を語った神への冒涜とも受け取れる。悪魔と契約した魔女たちは神の名を常に汚し続けることを誓うとい
That's a
う。
little bit of a reach.
そういうセンスから言えばこれは実に魔女的な犯行だね。
詳しいのね。マリアの受け売り。
ええ、そんなとこです。
礼拝堂か。礼拝堂にわざわざ呼んで殺した。ローザおばさん、この礼拝堂には何か特別な意味とかあったんすか？
特別な意味ってどういう意味？
いや、人間6人の死体をはるばるここに運び込んでこんな凝ったデコレーションをした。ここに6人を呼んでから殺したのか、6人を殺してからここに運び込んだのかは断定できないが、どちらにしても大きな手間がかかる。犯人にはここで6人。
Oh, sorry. That was
そ
too
うで
fast.
すな。
What reason did the culprit have for wanting 6 people to die here? I don't know if this... I think it's mostly a translation thing, possibly. But he flip-flops between she and the culprit. So is he assigning this already to Beatrice or not?
礼拝堂か。礼拝堂にわざわざ
Sorry,
ここに。
That we heard that. It's okay.
あんな凝ったことをすれば警察が来た時不利な証拠を見つけられる可能性が非常に高いでしょう。それを犯人が見越さなかったはずもない。なら犯人はどうしてわざわざそんな手間をかけてまでこんなということになりますな。
だとしたらここで出てくる疑問は一つ。6人の死体発見場所になるここにどんな意味があるのかってこと。
ここは
Alright,
お
okay.
父様の大切な礼拝堂だったの。私が子供の頃からここに立ち入ってはいけないと厳しく言われていたわ。
マリアも前にここに来てものすごい怒られた。おお。
Aww.
大切な礼拝堂、後宮本家にとって何か縁のある？
わからないの。お父様はこの礼拝堂をとても神聖視していて、何度か化粧直しの工事をさせるくらい大事にしていたわ。
I mean, if we're going in the direction of this being performed by the witch Beatrice, and this being a Christian sacred place, I would see why this place would kind of ruin her vibe and maybe be a reason why her magic couldn't possibly, or couldn't manifest as strongly or something. It'd be like something jamming her magic wavelengths or something, just kind of like the shrine was doing, right? So I could see it from that perspective, maybe, possibly. That doesn't mean I'm accepting that everything is happening through magic, but let's see. Maria, cute. She's cute. She's also a little bit overbearing at times, but she's cute.
でも
She's both.
みんなも知っての通り、お父様は黒魔術が大好きなくらいで敬虔な信者だったわけじゃない。ここで神に祈りを捧げてたなんて聞いたこともない。
私の知る限りでもここに親方様がいらっしゃったことはありません。私たちもここを開かずの礼拝堂と呼んで、そのお化け屋敷のような感じで 薄気味悪く思っておりました。
お父様自身全く近づかなかったのに、なぜか年に何度か使用人たちに大掃除をさせていたわ。常に清潔にしていて、まるでいつ使用する時が来てもいいようにという感じだった。
にもかかわらず開かずの礼拝堂ってか不謹慎だが面白い響きじゃねえか。南條先生はじい様の古い友人なんだって。そのあたりの経緯を聞いたことは？
ずいぶん昔に聞いたことがありますが、何と言ってはぐらかされたか忘れ。そうそう、こんなことを言っておりましたっけ。いつか自分もあそこで祝福を受けることもできるかもしれない。しかしそれは奇跡でも起きない限り訪れないと。
I know this is like completely like out of the blue, but I feel like whenever Nanjo speaks, there's something very endearing and cute about him speaking, like just looking at him. And I think part of that is the fact that his mustache like slightly moves up and down, because obviously we can't see his upper lip, so his mustache is doing the movement instead. And I think it's really, really cute. I don't know why. Yeah, he just oozes this kind of like warm paternal feeling in a sense that like you could he could give like amazing bear hugs and stuff like that. And then when he speaks, he has this thing. He's cute. Nanjo cute. Nanjo is extremely awkward as well, like the opposite of Kinzo. Yeah, I think that's why they actually have such a good thing going on, because they're different and they accept each other's differences and appreciate each other for the ways that they are different from each other.
どういう意味だろうな。礼拝堂ですることってなんだ。まさか自分の葬式ってんじゃねえだろうな。
金蔵さんに限ってそんなはずは。死後のことより生きている今に一生懸命な方でした。しかしそのせいで遺産問題をこじれさせる種としてしまったようですがな。
あと礼拝堂ですることってなんだろうな。祈り？懺悔も礼拝堂だっけ？何にしろうさんくさいね。
どういう理由かわからないけれど、おじい様にとってその南條先生の言っていた通り、奇跡でも起きない限り祝福を受けられないというのは、この礼拝堂を建てた時から決められていた宿命のようだね。
どうしてそんなことがわかるの？
ほら、あそこにはっきり記されてます。
Wilford Brimley. I don't think I know that. Sorry.
ほら、あそこに。
I'll look it up. Judge Aniki pointed to a relief with rusted gold letters on the arch above the door. It looked like some message was written there in English. The rust showed that the message had been there since construction.
英語は弱いぜ。何？ This door is opened only at probability of すまねえ、英語ダメだ。
英語ダメだ。全然ダメだ。I gave up after I was unable to finish reading the first of the two lines. It looked like the others could read it properly.
確かこれは M, B, T, Q だから、いくつのことだっけ？確か
MBTQ? What?
とにかくこれはすごいよ。
Probability of that was a beautiful English. Yeah, perfect. It's just I have accepted after all of these years of being acquainted with Japanese media. It's just how the Japanese pronounce English. It's cute. It's cute. 英語ダメだ。
両手の指じゃとても足りない。 確かに奇跡でも起こらないとダメだね。
ですな。何事も博打的に例えたがった昔の金蔵さんらしい言い方です。
なんだなんだ、みんな読めたのかよ。誰か俺にも意味を教えてくれ。
Yes, please.
英語くらい勉強
Could
し
we
な
at
よ。
least get the screenshot so I can read it, please? Don't
この
don't do
程度
this.
読めないでよく高校に入れたね。
I don't know how I feel about this because she's gonna kihihi a lot. Like I don't want her necessarily getting hit all the time.
余計なお世話だぜ。それでなんて書いてあるんだ。
Oh, this time it was Battler. Okay.
ざっとこんなところだよ。
MBTQ is. I have no idea what MBTQ is.
この扉は奇跡が起きない限り開かれない。あなたは奇跡が起きない限り祝福されない。おじいさまの魔術は天文学的低確率を基礎とする。つまりこの扉が開かれる奇跡はおそらくものすごい膨大な魔力を必要とするに違いないよ。
よーし、ご苦労。もう黙っていいぞ。
Oh my god, Battler.
ローザおばさん、マリアを英会話教室に通わせてたんすか？やっぱ英語は幼いうちからやんないとダメなんだな。
That is
開
true
かず
though.
の礼拝堂か。
Any language is much easier to assimilate when you're younger.
魔女ベアトリーチェは本当に魔女だったかはともかく、何十年も前に実在した女性で、おじいさまの愛人だったと囁かれる人だ。
これは私の勝手な想像ですが、親方様はベアトリーチェ様をきっと深く愛しておいでだったのでしょう。しかし
When you think.
すでにご結婚されていて結ばれることはできなかった。
なるほどな。死んだベアトリーチェが奇跡の魔法で蘇れたなら、ばあ様が死んでる今、大手を振って結婚できるわけだ。で、この礼拝堂で結ばれようと、そういうメルヘンチックな話だというわけなのか？
That's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that learning something later in life cannot be done. I'm just saying it is so much easier. I have so many things just ingrained that in English, I mean, that I just picked up from TV. And I don't realize it until I'm faced with it, like, huh, this isn't something that I actively learned. I just picked it up somehow. There's like this, like, you can call it magic even, but it's not. It's just how much moldable your brain is. And also, when you are little, I think it just like stems off the way children just learn things. They just don't question it. They just assimilate it. It's incredible. But as you get older, you don't have that capacity anymore. I learned English because I wanted to watch more anime as a teen. That is a very worthwhile endeavor. Good for you. I mean, it's fine to have like a very, how do I put it? Your motivation to learn something doesn't need to be super academic. It can just be, oh, I just want to learn this language because I want to enjoy this particular thing that is mostly available in this language. So I'm just gonna do it because that's something you care about. So then it's gonna motivate you to learn the language. It's perfectly fine. Ooh, I need to allow something. Wow. So this is funny. Automod held the message for sex-based term, and Chidori is talking about mother tongue. But the message was held up for sex-based term. What? Where have we gone as a society, guys? Oh my god. Okay, let me read. I learned English so that I could read Fate Stay Night. Are we memeing here, or are you at least half serious there? Being young definitely helps, but another thing is that most people learning a second language don't go to live where everyone is constantly speaking, unlike it was with their mother tongue. Yeah. That's not necessarily where I was going to with terms of in terms of learning a second language versus learning your mother tongue. It will never be the same thing because your mother tongue, you're constantly immersed in it. But I just mean generally how children learn things. They just don't question it. They see it and they imitate it. And they have this something inside of them that, like, it's very highly active. I don't know the science behind it, so that I can put it properly into words. But it's highly active as you are a kid, and as you grow into an adult, you have less and less of that. But also your mind is starting to go in this direction where it needs to be trained in a way that you understand what the heck you are doing. It's no longer as easy or as natural for you to just like embrace things and just whatever. It kind of, maybe there's just a perceived mental barrier against doing it that way, as opposed to actually understanding what you're saying, right? Because how many adults are comfortable just learning the rules, let's say, of pronunciation of like a language that isn't the same alphabet that they're familiar with, so they don't have to learn a new way of writing. But just learn the rules, and then just read stuff out loud. Just say it, right? You don't understand what you're saying, but you're practicing the pronunciation. But are you comfortable with that? A kid wouldn't even blink. But are you as an adult comfortable with that? I feel like we tend to not be. Like, we want to be in control of the process subconsciously, and that's why we kind of like put hurdles in our own way. Okay, Chidori was saying, I learned English completely passively from TV when I was a kid. It's basically most Swedes' second mother tongue in many ways. Yeah. What the fuck was that? I don't know. Oh, you mean the typo on her name? Yeah, I was like, what the fuck was that automod thing? It's so creepy. I'm 70% serious, and 30% was my father putting me into after-school English class. 70% face day night. Alright. I respect that, I respect that. My first contact with Fate was the questionable Dean anime back then. Thank God I read the VN later on. You know, when I introduced MQZ to the Fate franchise, we actually watched that first. Because it makes more sense to watch that than Zero, than Unlimited Blade Works in terms of the adaptations. So it's not amazing, but it does give you an introductory kind of sense to things, while the other two kind of... they are okay to watch as someone who has never known anything about the story, but they also, like, there are layers in there that cannot be enjoyed or understood unless you already have the context of it. And so we watched it, and actually I don't think it's that bad. I think it's not as amazing as whatever Ufotable has put out, but it's actually not half bad. We enjoyed ourselves, and I was like, huh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's actually okay. We can skip that layer. Yeah, it's okay. The anime intrigued me, but I realized they must have screwed up as an adaptation. Yes, but you can still enjoy the good parts of it. Even if you... Because there are some episodes there where they went original or whatever, just to kind of like include characters, but not tell their full story, but also don't leave it hanging either. So they kind of like wanted to pick pieces of each route or whatever, and like they made a clusterfuck from that perspective. But overall, it was enjoyable, and the relationship between Shiro and Saber was very good, and I remember liking that a lot in the beginning too. In the beginning, meaning when I watched it all the way back in... When did I watch it? 2008 or 2009 was it when I watched it? I don't think I was in college yet, so it was 2009 or earlier. Oh yes. Yes. I still, when I think of the OP, it's like, yeah. It's playing in my mind. Yep. If Table isn't perfect either, the Heaven's Feel movies were visually great, but damn, they cut a lot of yeah. I mean, in that format of 3 movies, and that's, from what I understand, it's a very long route with a lot of content. Yeah. They did what they could. But it did feel like a race, like they were racing to get everything in. Okay, let's come back here. I'm no longer focused because I went to accept Chidorin's comment. There we go.
そう口頭無形な話とも思えないわね。お父様が今なおベアトリーチェを深く愛しているのは周知の事実。あと、気味が悪いとは言ったけれども、礼拝堂の内装はとても華やかだった気がするの。お父様が死んだ愛人との結婚式を夢見てこの礼拝堂を建てたという想像は案外外れていないかもしれない。
Yeah, we do, don't we? We recognized them in the beginning.
この礼拝堂を建てたその当時から、おじい様はこの教会を使うことは生涯ないことを知っていたのだろうね。でも何かの奇跡で魔女が蘇ることを祈った。そしてもしもその奇跡が起こったならここで結ばれようと思った。
I don't know. Maybe it's just me probably just having the wrong impression here, but I feel like everyone is like pushing this relationship between Kinzo and Beatrice, like, oh, she was his mistress, oh, he wanted to get married here, oh, whatever. But I feel like that's not quite right. Like, he is obviously obsessed with her, but that doesn't sound right. That doesn't feel right. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
なるほど。
I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I just feel like this is not it.
そう考えると、確かにここはベアトリーチェ様にとっても大変意味のある場所ということになりますね。
Because I can see he's totally obsessed with her. He wants to see her again, whatever. See the smiling Beatrice. Yeah, okay, let's not go back there because I already see his... Sorry, I already see his sprite with the screaming face and then hear his voice crying for Beatrice in my head because there's been so much of that. But I feel like there's also some sense of reverence towards whatever she represents in terms of power. Not necessarily romantic, like fleshy, sordid kind of like we just want to get it on kind of thing, you know? Surely this mystery is not a significant part of the overarching puzzle, right? I mean, all of the things that are question marks are pieces of the puzzle. He built a chapel to marry God. Oh man.
決して開かれぬ礼拝堂と知りつつ。
Oh man. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, like all of this sexual, like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Pleasures of the flesh kind of layer that they put on it, that just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't feel like that's it. But okay, we'll see. Gotta treat.
悲しい恋の話です。
A story of sad love. Yeah, that could be, from Kinzo's side. Even though Goda-san's body was even bigger than mine, his words were touching. Everyone was silent, but it seemed that they agreed with that view.
開かぬ礼拝堂と知りながら
Yeah, I think I've heard something like along those lines. It's hard for me to assimilate because it's a completely different culture, completely different thing. I can see why, but I always view it like an external kind of thing. Like, okay, it might apply to other people, but I cannot fully internalize it. but even if it's not necessarily looked down upon, it just doesn't sit right with me. Not in terms of criticizing it for the morality or immorality of it. It just doesn't seem like it describes the relationship between Kinzo and Beatrice as it should be. But I don't know at the same time exactly what it is, because we haven't really seen them interact much. We just know a lot of Kinzo's perspective. We know some of Beatrice's perspective, which I don't know how much of it can be trusted. But it just doesn't gel well together. Natsuki would like to have a word. Look at how Goda is when the author decided they made him too one note in episode 1. Yeah, now suddenly we get so much of him. I mean, they would be ashamed of being called out on it, of course, but it's not as big a deal like in other cultures. Yeah, I see. I was just explaining that I wasn't coming at it from the perspective of mistress being immoral or immoral. It just doesn't seem to be the right fit. Yeah, that's sad. Zeku.
それでもなお奇跡の日を夢見ていたのでしょうな。金蔵さんは若い日にはとてもロマンチストな方だった。わかる気がします。
どうだろうな。でも年に4回みんなで入って掃除してたんだろ。何が開かずだ。俺たちだって現にこうして出入りしてる。それは奇跡なんかじゃねえ。鍵を持ってきてカチャリとやって入った。ただそれだけの話だぜ。バカバカし。
どういうこと？
どういうことって。
I thought all I'd done was mess around because I didn't like the way the atmosphere had turned all sappy. But Auntie Rosa had suddenly jumped on me with a really serious face. Wait, maybe what did I miss? I didn't feel like Battler said anything that consequential. Yeah. Okay, I'm still confused. I didn't miss anything. Just okay, what happened? Auntie Rosa's face grew increasingly pale. She looked at the magic circle on the door, then at her hand, back and forth, back and forth.
どうなさいましたか、ローザ様。
ねえゴーダさん、この礼拝堂の鍵、これ源氏さん言ってなかった。一本しかないって。
Ah, that's what she means. Okay. Oh, Lizzie.
みんな気づくのが遅すぎるんだよ。
Okay, no one smacked her. Everyone's too bewildered. When a kid pulls a prank, it sometimes goes unnoticed by the adults, and the kid who did it loses heart. If one of those pranks catches someone later on, it makes that kid really happy. Maria's celebration just now looked a lot like that.
はい。
Smack. No, I was anticipating it because like her kikihis were very long. I was like, oh no. Oh no. I was bracing for it, but it was not the case. I want to sniff Kumasawa's mackerel. Okay. Does it have to be Kumasawa's? I think you can get it at the store.
その鍵は一本しかございません。親方様の大切な礼拝堂の鍵ですので、一本しかなく、複製もありません。普段から使用人室のキーボックスに大切に保管されていますが。
そうよ。そしてそれがなくなってたと源氏さんは言ったわね。何者かがそれを奪い、封筒に入れてマリアに手渡したのよ。それも昨日。
ってことはつまりおかしいじゃねえかよ。
そんなバカな。これは妙な話になってくる。
どういうことでしょうか。私には何が何だかさっぱり。
私にもです。 どなたか説明してはいただけませんかな。
Godai and Anjo's failure to understand definitely wasn't because they were stupid. They didn't know. They didn't know how long the only key to the chapel had been in Maria's hand.
間違いない。閉まってた。私が開けたのよ。間違いなく。
Auntie Rosa kept closing the chapel door, locking it, pulling on it to check the lock, and opening it again. Her face was becoming pale again.
私がマリアの封筒から鍵を取り出してここを開けるまで。
Perfect meme for these moments.
確かにこの扉は施錠されていた。でもこの鍵は封筒に入れられてマリアに預けられていたのよ。
Put on the thinking head. Whoop. Yeah.
しかもそれは昨日のお昼前の話なのよ。
何ですと。
それではおかしいではありませんか。
そうなんだ。唯一の鍵は昨日の昼にマリアが魔女を名乗る女から受け取った、つまり昨日の昼から今朝方ローザおばさんが開場するまでこの礼拝堂は密室だったことになる。どうやって親父たち6人はこの中に入ってしかも殺されたんだよ。
We had been confused by the 6 deaths. We'd thought that we had figured something out after hearing about that weird magic circle and the history of the chapel. That had all been a worthless problem. From midday yesterday until this morning, this chapel had been a locked room. But our parents had been with us until last night. How had the culprit opened this door? And how had they locked it?
うぜえ真似だぜ。またかよ。また密室かよ。魔法の力で鍵を開けたんだとそう言いてえのか。バカにするんじゃねえ。
I mean, if you had the key, can't you make a duplicate of it?
わらわの力で鍵を開けるところを見せろと言うなら見せ。しかしそれではそなたを屈服させたことにはならぬ。
Hey, Lunar Festival. Nice to have you around.
そなたが言う人間での説明、これを突き果てさせた時こそがわらわの勝利の時なのだ。さあさあ、どう崩してみせる？人間ならどういうトリックで崩してみせるというのか？
前回の密室と同じだ。情報不足。こんなのじゃ推理不能だ。何の言い訳でもできるぜ。どんな手品だって通じる。推理なんてしようがね
え。またそれか。情報が足りないから様子見？不確定情報があるから推理不能？そなたら人間の思考停止の言い訳はいつも人間風情が何を気取るか。ラプラスの悪魔の座に及ばねば思考を巡らせること一つできないというのか、この無能が。それに貴様は情報不足がまるで自分の不利になるように言っているが、真実は全く逆だぞ。そなたに与えられる情報が増えれば増えるほどにそなたは苦しむことになる。己を締め付ける圧搾機の力を強めていく結果になるだけよ。
おお、そうなら言わせてもらうぜ。これがそもそも密室かどうか検証不能だ。悪魔の話が出てきたんで俺も言わせてもらうぜ。密室でないことの説明はできる。こうやら出入りできるというのを示しゃいいんだからな。だが密室であることの証明は不能だ。無限の方法の全てを否定はできない。つまり悪魔の証明ってやつだぜ。密室という定義は実は証明不能なのさ。
情報不足を言い訳にした思考停止の次はまあよい。それがそなたの指し手だというなら認めようぞ。続けるがよい。
まずお前は礼拝堂が密室だと言いたいらしい。実際俺もさっき中をぐるっと見させてもらったが、確かに扉以外から出入りする。だがそれは 俺が見つけられなかったというだけで密室の証明にはならないわけだ。俺には見つけられなかった隠し扉なんかがあったら全ての前提は吹っ飛ぶぜ。つまり俺が隠し扉を見つけられようと見つけられまいと密室を出入りできる方法 X は常に否定できないわけさ。そしてその方法 X は魔法でなくても実行可能さ。何しろ隠し扉なんだからよ。この礼拝堂だってそうさ。発見不能な隠し扉がどうせあるんだ。だから推理なんてする必要もなく魔法なんかありえないってわけさ。
ほうほう、そういう論法か。甘いな。想定していた一手だぞ。ならばわらわも受け手を誘う。わらわは人間風情の推理小説とやらに出てくる密室というものを常々バカバカしいと思っている。
I agree a little bit with Beatrice here. I really don't like those. There's like, I don't know. I'm kind of getting annoyed by the ones in this novel too. I'm just trying my best to, you know, put up with it, let it, you know, see where it goes and so on. But
なぜか使い方が間違っているからよ。推理小説に登場する密室をお前は本当に密室だと思っているのか？思ってなどいまい。どういうトリックを使えば密室に見せかけられるか、そう思っている。つまり人間どもが積み重ねた100年の密室殺人などただの一度も完成されたことはないのだ。
言うじゃねえかよ。推理マニアは怖えぞ。クリスティが墓の下で歯ぎしりしてるぜ。
だがわらわは違う。わらわは本当の密室を生み出している。そしてそれを立証できるのだ。なぜかわらわは魔女だからよ。悪魔の証明は悪魔を連れてくれば証明できるのだったな。ならば好都合。魔女にとって悪魔は良き友よ。いくらでも連れてきてやる。
上等だぜ。親父たちは隠し扉を使って礼拝堂に入った、あるいは運び込まれた。この一手をお前はどうかわしてみせるってんだよ。
こうだ。生死は捨ておく。6人は確かに扉から入った。
はあ？バカ野郎！鍵がかかってんだぞ。どうやって？
わらわが魔法で開けて中へいざなった。
そんなわけねえだろ。魔法なんて認められねえ以上そいつを受け入れるわけにはいかねえ。お前は嘘をついている。
No. I enjoyed the banter. That's alright. I just like as a mechanic, it kind of like for detective stories, it kind of really like, I don't know. I haven't seen that many of them either. It just doesn't really feel that engaging to me in a sense, I guess.
あの扉は何かのインチキで開くんだ。
It's like, oh, this thing, it seems it couldn't possibly have been opened. But somehow this thing happened. Ooh, what is the trick behind? We had to go look for it. I don't know. It doesn't really do much for me. That's all.
あるいは隠し扉があるんだ。そのどちらかしか認めねえ。
パーペチュアル。チェスでは千日手をこう呼ぶ。互いが相手の根拠を否定し合い、議論が進まないのも、わらわたちのゲームでは千日手に同じ。多くのゲームではこれを引き分けに定めるが、これでは今日をそがれること、甚だしい。
Bear is excited.
わらわたちに引き分けはない。曰く、そなたがわらわを認め、屈服するか否か。
それについてだけは同感だぜ。お前のお望み通り。決着はきっちりつける。
その心意気や容姿。そこでわらわは考えた。 わらわとそなたのゲームに新しいルールを追加しようと思う。
新しいルール？どうせお前が有利になるルールなんだろ？
まさかまさか。そなたらが求めてやまなかったものを与えようというのだ。貴様ら無能どもがいつも嘆いてみせる思考停止の理由、情報不足。そしてそれに対し情報を与えると、今度はその情報の真偽を疑う根拠否定。便利よのう。無能を棚上げする実に小気味よい言葉よ。この便利な言い訳をわらわは取り去ってやろうというのだ。感謝するがよい。
扉から入ったというお前に対し、俺はそんなはずはないと否定した。その否定が逃げ口上だと言いたいのか？
そうだ。だからわらわはこれより真実を語るとき、赤を使うことにする。
Ah. Oh, okay. Yes, but what is the truth? And what is the nuance of the truth that you are speaking? Okay, fine. Let's see how this manifests.
どういうことだ？説明を続けろ。
わらわがどのような魔法の一手を仕掛けようとも、そなたには常に情報不足や根拠否定を繰り返すことで延々と逃げ続けることができる。
I don't know, am I? Because someone can say, oh, I will say the truth and nothing but the truth, and it's incontestable that it's the truth, but then they say it in such a way that it can be interpreted in various manners, and it kind of like takes advantage of some assumptions or maybe shortcuts in reasoning that people are making about the words being used. And so they are saying the truth in their own interpretation while knowing that people will assume things that will skew the meaning, and for them it will mean something else. So that doesn't do much for me if it's something like that.
これでは最終的にわらわが勝つことが変わらぬとしても、あまりに退屈を極める。
Oh my god, oh god. I'm scared.
そのため、わらわはそなたが望む情報と根拠を与えてやろうと思う。しかし、そなたはわらわの言葉一つ一つを疑ってかかるだろう。それ自体は悪いことではない。わらわもそなたを屈服させるためにあらゆる手を指す。互いに最前提を探り合うその姿勢は嫌いではない。しかし、それではゲームにもならぬ。だからこのルールを設けた。わらわが赤で語ることは全て真実。疑う必要が何もない。
それを信じろというのか？
わらわはそなたとゲームをしている。ゲームのルールは神聖。それを軽んじる者に参加の資格はない。
よーし、乗ったぜ。受けて水かけ論や揚げ足取りなんて小学生でもできるぜ。なら早速再開しようじゃねえか。さっきの続きだぜ。もう一度繰り返す。親父たちは隠し扉を使って礼拝堂に入った。あるいは運び込まれた。
ならばわらわも繰り返そうぞ。生死は捨ておく。6人は確かに扉から入った。
Alright, they definitely entered to the door. Fine.
その証拠はあるのかよ。
ストップ。ルールを補足する。わらわは真実を語るときに赤を使うが、それに対し証拠を示して立証する義務を負わない。ただ事実であり真実であるのだ。
What does that mean?
理由は簡単だ。わらわはすべての犯行を魔法で行う。だからどんな不可能犯罪もお前の目の前で魔法の杖を振るってみせれば済んでしまう。 しかしそれではゲームにならない。チェスを指しながら勝敗を無視して相手に殴りかかる蛮行にも等しい。
Yeah, at least you're acknowledging it, yeah.
確かにもっともだ。お前が魔女である以上、証拠を示す必要がない。
She can't show the actual proof because then she would defeat herself. Yeah. But then on what basis do we accept it as the truth just because she says it?
何でも魔法でできちまうんだからな。ひでえ話だぜ。なんて不利なゲームだ。
それではもう一度再開するぞ。6人は確かに扉から入った。
Okay, I don't necessarily feel like arguing against that. Because I just the whole premise of it being a locked door is based on there existing only one key, and that key for all this time having been with Maria. But like, is that really what it is? How can we know? That is also true. I feel like I'm treading on thin ice here, so I'm trying to not immediately accept things, just trying to see how I feel about them. So I guess we have to hear this, or not hear, but read and see this rule in action a little bit more for me to get a sense of what is actually happening. This is pretty much the author telling us, fine, if you're afraid of unreliable narration so much, here are things you can rely on, if you interpret it correctly. Yeah, that's the whole point, the interpretation. That's like, you're like, oh no, this is like, just here you go, I'm fixing the problem for you. But it's up to your interpretation. Okay, are you really fixing it then? But yeah, okay, let's not go into infinite loops. Also, for this one thing right now that she said regarding that the people entered through the door, I don't really have much desire to contest it. They probably did enter through the door. The door probably isn't as unable to be locked by something else as the whole premise is trying to make it appear. So there must be some reason there. Let's go.
わらわが魔法で鍵を開けた。この魔法を。
Yeah, but this is not in red. You just said they entered through the door. But the fact that you unlocked it with magic, let's see. The red truth is a double-edged sword. I know. That's why I don't feel necessarily that much reassured by it. But like on a case-by-case basis right now, I'm fine. Let's go.
鍵だ。源氏さんたちは鍵が一つしかないと言っているが、そんなのは証明不能だ。犯人はこっそり合鍵を作っていた。
礼拝堂の鍵は一本しか存在しない。
Okay.
じゃあこうだ。犯人は正規の鍵以外のものを使って開けたんだ。何かわからないが、例えば針金とかキーピックの道具だ。
なんだその甘い察しては。
Yeah, okay, I see.
礼拝堂の施錠は礼拝堂の鍵以外では解錠不可能。もっとも魔法の力では開けられるがな。
But you already, like, see? You said you cannot unlock it with anything else but the key. And then in the next sentence, which is white, it's not in red, it can be opened through the power of magic, because it's the power of magic. Sparkles. Is it or is it not openable with something else? Which is it? Okay.
じゃあこうだ。扉自体がおかしかったんだ。施錠された状態のままでも通行できる仕掛けがあった。それが何かはいろいろ考えられる。お城の大扉に小さい入り口がついているように、さらにもう一つ扉があったとか。蝶つがいを外して扉を丸ごと外して入ったなんてのもあり得る。
Yeah, I know. That's what I was pointing out. Because like, she's going in a direction where she's trying to make the argument that it was done through magic, right? And the accumulation of all the text in red is supposed to also push us in that direction, that it's not possible through any conventional means, so it has to be magic. But the moment you say that the door can only be unlocked with the key, doesn't that also take magic out of the equation? Because magic would be something else that would unlock the door? Aw, but it's alright. It's alright. It's fine for them to give their own interpretation. I'll still stick to my own. Like, I'm not influenced by what they're saying in chat. I'm just... I'm on the fence here. I will probably be for a long while. I also don't like drawing conclusions immediately. And I think this is something that Battler is doing, although I understand he's in the immediate, like... He's a character, right? He's not a real person. But he is in this situation where he immediately has to make a move to what Beatrice is saying. He has to say something else, so he kind of like jumps onto the next thing. But I would rather just, you know, observe, say my thoughts, but not necessarily fall on one side or the other, right? I'm just poking holes at everything that I can see, and then hoping that after a while, maybe some things would coalesce together with more context and more development in the story.
それが人間どもの100年の英知なのか、バトラー。
I think one thing that I might do, just for myself, is after the stream, just go and write down exactly the parts in red and put them together and read them all together, not with like their banter interspersed there. Maybe that would give me a bit of a sense of something, but I would also not go into it too much because I have no desire to prove anything, first of all, and second of all, I don't want to necessarily figure it out by myself.
礼拝堂の扉は施錠時にはいかなる方法での出入りも拒む。
Okay. Doesn't that also prevent magic? Still gonna go for it. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, thank you. I mean, if you want to provide what we have seen so far, that would be very, very kind of me. It's not necessary. I can also do it by myself, but yeah, it would save some time if you already have it.
魔法が使えない限りな。そろそろチェックメイトか？
まだまだ。お前は6人は扉から入ったと言ったが、この正面扉とは言ってない。他の隠し扉から入ったのかもしれない。
くどいわ、無能が。ならば、先ほどの一手をさらに進めよう。6人は確かにこの正面扉から入った。
めちゃくちゃだ。鍵は閉まってる。そして1本しかない鍵以外では解錠不能で。にもかかわらず、この扉から6人が出入りした？どうやってだよ。魔法だってか？くそくそくそくそくそくそ。
早くも人間の限界が露呈したか。ならば叫べデザインと。棟梁者はそう叫びキングを倒すのが習わしよ。さあ降参か。ならば屈服を宣言せよ。そしてキングを倒すようにひざまずけ。そしてわらわの靴にキスをするがいい。お前のような男に靴を舐めさせるのに勝る喜びはないわ。
Damn it. It's no good, no good, no good. So I can't win against the witch. This isn't chess at all. I've just been made to take the losing side in a chess problem. I don't know why this is even compared to chess, because it's so much more complex. Not that chess isn't complex in itself, it is. This is even more. And it has so many variables, and the moves are that each can make are not so clear cut and well documented, and like there's just too many variables, too much noise at play. Yeah. So is quibbling about details and getting a draw the best I can do?
それだけは断じてないぞ。わらわが屈するか、そなたが屈するか、それ以外の決着はない。互いへの苛並みと例えたあの時の勇ましさはどこに？おいおいおいおい、がっかりがっかり、期待外れだぞ。後ろ宮バトラー。
Damn it, what should I do? What? I can see it. I can see myself facing checkmate. Ah, it's no good, it's no good. All of my hard-fought moves are nothing more than desperately moving my king, running away from check. No matter how many times I move, I can't escape from being checked. So even without waiting for the next several moves, I can see mate in my future. Ah, damn it. After a few more moves, I see myself being checkmated? Don't give up, Ushiromiya Battler. If I can see myself getting closed in a pawn, then if I flip over the chessboard, I can anticipate the next move, right? Yeah. Kirie-san told me, when considering something, the closer you get to the very, very end, the easier it becomes to anticipate. Yes, because you know what your opponent is trying to do. Flip it over. Flip over the chessboard. Flip it! Flip.
どうした？急に黙り込んだな。安心しろ。屈服は一時の恥よ。後に待つは身を委ねる喜びだけよ。さあ、投了を叫ぶがよい。聞こえんぞ。大きい声ではっきりと言えい。
寝ぼけるな。
Ooh, okay. I don't know, that gave me a little bit of chills. Okay.
お前が聞こうとしていないだけだぜ。ならもう一度言う。投了はない。続行だ。ゲームを再開するぞ。
ほう、よかろう。そなたの手番からだぞ。
お前の作ったルールを、俺はお前の武器だと勘違いしてた。しかし、それは俺にとっても武器になるってことに気づいたぜ。つまり、こういうことさ。
試すがよい。
俺はずっと、密室の礼拝堂にどうやったら入れるかで、その考え方じゃダメだったんだ。ああ、ダメだぜ。全然ダメだ。
I love it. I think he's gonna say it about a bajillion times more.
チェス盤をひっくり返す。そうさ。思考の向きが逆だったんだ。
Maybe it wasn't even locked at all.
本当の考え方はこうさ。もともと密室じゃない礼拝堂をどうやって密室に見せたか。
I know, right? I was. It was perfect.
来たな。人間どもの生み出した100年の思考術か。
Huh? What is that?
試してみるがよいぞ。
赤で語ってもらうぜ。無理ならば拒否しろ。行くぜ。
Ah, okay. This man, he thinks he has turned away from his defensive posture. Impudent.
礼拝堂に入るにはこの扉しかなく、そして鍵はたった一つってのも分かった。だが待ちな。その鍵が本当に昨日の昼前からマリアの手に渡っていたのかどうか。
All we know is that it was in the envelope in her bag when Rosa went to get it.
長いな。かいつまむがよい。
こういうことさ。俺たちは 鍵が昨日の昼から使用不能だと思い込んでいる。だから昨日の昼から今朝まで密室だと思い込んでる。それを思い込みじゃなく、あんたにはっきり事実だと宣言してもらいたいのさ。
面白い。扉ではなく鍵を論点にしたか。
マリアは昨日お前から封筒をもらってる。マリアは開封しなかったが、手触りで鍵が入っていたことを知ったかもしれない。だが間違いなく礼拝堂の鍵だと確認できたわけじゃない。
She also didn't open it because you told her not to open it.
つまりこういうことさ。マリアに渡した封筒の中身は偽物だったんだ。
何を言い出すかと思えばバカバカしい。ローザは今朝確かにマリアの手提げの中から封筒を取り出し、
Right?
そこから正真正銘の礼拝堂の鍵を手に入れたぞ。
Right?
偽物などということはない。
そんなことは分かってるさ。続けるぜ。ならマリアが封筒を受け取った時、その中身は間違いなく同じ礼拝堂の鍵だったのか？
ほう。
つまりこういうことさ。お前は昨日の昼マリアに鍵入りの封筒を渡した。決して開くなと言い含めて、マリアは中に鍵があることを悟ったろう。そして後にローザおばさんがその中身で礼拝堂の扉を開けたため、それは礼拝堂の鍵だったということになった。
I guess Butler is giving her a run for her money. So, until Rosa used what was inside the envelope to open the door to the chapel, we thought that was the key to the chapel. Right. When he says that, he means whatever was in the envelope originally. Okay.
疑わしいのはここさ。
こう言いたいわけか。わらわがマリアに鍵を預けた時点ではその鍵は偽物だったと。そしてローザが鍵を手にするまでの間に本物とすり替えたと。
ああ、そうだ。どうしたベアトリーチェ様よ。さっきから調子が悪そうだぜ。
親しい者はベアトと呼ぶこともある。ベアトでよい。
Oh, okay.
ベアトの手番だぜ。
Oh, okay.
ターンオブザゴールデンウィッチ。かわしてみせろ。
よかろう。わらわがマリアに預けた封筒の中身は確かに礼拝堂の鍵だった。
追うぜ。赤で復唱できるか。その封筒はローザおばさんが開封するまで完全にマリアの監視下に置かれていた。無理なら拒否を宣言してもらうぜ。チェックだ。
拒否する。
これで一手差はひっくり返ったぜ。今度はお前がキングを逃がす番だな、ベアート。
拒否に理由はある。それはそなたの言う監視下という単語の定義についてだ。純粋な意味に従うならば、それは四六時中マリアによって見張られてなければならない。だがマリアはそこまではしていない。手提げから出していた時は完全に監視下にあっただろうが、手提げに入れた後は視界から消える。
She also went to sleep and Rosa could come in and get it without Maria ever realizing anything. So, and they only realized it was Rosa who got it because Battler kind of like still sleeping, kind of saw her but then fell back asleep and then remembered that.
その意味において監視下という単語が適当でないため赤が使えなかっただけだ。
Yeah, you're grasping at straws.
苦しい手なんだろ。俺の次の手も読めてるって顔だぜ。悪いな。俺は女に優しいんだ。女を傷つけない。女の期待を裏切らない。赤で復唱してもらうぜ。言えるもんなら言ってみやがれ。マリアの手提げは ローザおばさんが封筒を取り出すまで誰も触れることができなかった。
これも拒否する。理由は説明しない。
違うぜ。説明しないんじゃない。できないんだ。その手でチェックメイトなんだろ。お前にできないなら俺が説明してやる。お前がマリアに渡した封筒には確かに礼拝堂の鍵が入っていた。そしてマリアはこれを手提げにしまい、翌朝にローザおばさんがここから取り出して鍵を開けた。しかしマリアは手提げを完全な監視下に置けなかった。魔法なんか必要ない。人間に可能な密室トリックだ。人間である犯人はマリアに鍵を渡し、翌朝ローザおばさんに使わせることでその間が密室であったかのような幻想を作り上げたんだ。お前はその間マリアの手提げの中から犯人が鍵を取り出し使用して朝までに手提げに戻した可能性を否定できない。赤で言えるか？復唱要求言えるもんなら言ってみやがれ。もう一度チェックだ。
まだだ。チェックを外す。鍵の入った封筒は封籠で封印されていたはず。ローザは未開封の封筒から。
そうかい。なら言ってみやがれ。復唱要求。
I mean, if there was a way to get something from Maria's bag, could you have put it back in a similar envelope who was freshly sealed? That was freshly sealed. Like, those envelopes are identical. No one can tell the difference between them.
昨日の昼の時点で渡した封筒とローザおばさんが開封した封筒は同一のものである。
それは復唱できる。わらわがマリアに渡した封筒とローザが開封した封筒は同一のものであるぞ。
Alright.
ああ、ダメだぜ。全然ダメだ。そんなのもうどうでもいいことだろうが、俺は期待したぜ。ここで降参したなら少しは読めてるやつだと思った。だからがっかりだ。あんた俺の期待を裏切ったぜ。
何
全然ダメだ。
封筒が同じものなんて大したことじゃない。封籠なんて何度でも撃てるんだしな。
That is also true, I guess.
中身の鍵だろ。大事。これで今度こそしまいだぜ。黄金の魔女、本当のチェックメイトだ。もう一度求めるぜ。復唱要求だ。言えるもんなら言ってみやがれ。マリアが受け取った封筒の中の礼拝堂の鍵はローザおばさんが開封するまで一度も使用されていない。
このわらわが人間風情に。
何とでも繰り返すぜベアトリーチェ。復唱要求。マリアが受け取った封筒の中の礼拝堂の鍵はローザおばさんが開封するまで吠えるならば口にしろ。リザインだったな。これで決まりだぜ。これが真相だ。マリアの鍵はローザおばさんが今朝手に入れるまでの間に一度何者かの手に渡ったんだ。そして鍵を使用して封籠をし、あたかも未使用であるかのように見せかけてマリアの手提げに戻したんだ。封籠が解かれていないから鍵が未使用であるという思い込みが盲点の安っぽいトリックだったんだ。チェックメイト。 魔法なんかじゃない。人間に可能なトリックに過ぎない。
ならばその鍵を奪ったのは誰だというのか。答えてみせろ。お前が今度は復唱してみせろ。
そうだな。お前にばかり復唱させた。たまには俺が答えなきゃならないだろうぜ。だが拒否する。俺の勝利条件は魔女の存在を否定することだぜ。貴様の魔法による不可能犯罪を人間の手でも可能であることを証明するところまで。
That is a very good argument. Good job. It was at this moment that Beatrice realized she should have been chilling with Kinzo at the beach, drinking those cocktails with small umbrellas and then getting a suntan. Yeah, pretty much.
俺はお前の密室を人間にも可能だと打ち破った。だから誰が犯人だと具体的に追及はしない。なぜなら俺は人間を信じてるからだ。俺たちの中にマリアから鍵を奪い、それを使ってあんなひでえことをしてのける人間がいるなんて断じて認めないからだ。
降参だ。リザイン。この盤面についてだけは一度降参しよう。だがやはりお前は甘いな、バトラー。
捨て台詞は敗者の特権だぜ。好きに楽しめよ。
わらわの存在を否定し続ける以上、そなたはやがて追い詰められることになるぞ。何しろわらわを否定する以上、そなたの愛してやまない親族たちを疑うことにならざるを得ないのだからな。そなたは愛しいものを疑わざるを得ない最後の瞬間、わらわの存在を必ず認めるだろう。確かにこの盤面だけはそなたに取られた。しかしその差羊の甘さは必ず身を滅ぼすぞ。お前はやはりわらわには勝てぬのだ、後ろ宮バトラ
ー。Wait, it's only 7:30? We're still in the morning. Oh my god. Rosa and Rose returned from the chapel to the parlor in the mansion. Such a horrific thing had happened so early in the morning. Of course, they were high-strung. Butler and George, who had cried, raged, and let their emotions explode after seeing their parents' tragic bodies, returned to the parlor, sat on the sofas, and let their minds go blank, as though everything up until then had been a lie. It's always painful for me to see me losing this first skirmish. Oh, Bea. It's okay. As much as you identify or, vibe with the character is now you. You are you. And that's okay. Yeah, I know. That's the undertone of proving that it was done by a human. The fact that you have to accept that very likely it's one of the people related to you or close to you or yeah, I'm trying not to think too much about that part. No, wait, there we go. He sadly refuses to explain, but he is right. He doesn't need to explain, not in the game he's playing with Beatrice over there. He's hoping for Goda for minimum emotional damage. Emotional damage. Alright. Only Maria was completely unchanged and looked just like normal. When she wasn't being mischievous, she was basically a kid who played wordlessly by herself. So even if her mind was blank, she would probably look as she did. That Maria sprite always amused me. I guess she has like an unreadable expression, like I don't know what this is. But as she turned on the TV and flipped through the channels, it looked as though nothing about her had changed from normal. Yeah, we're used to that from the first episode. Perhaps Rosa had some opinions about this attitude, which was clearly different from normal people. She stared at Maria's back with a gaze that wasn't quite pleasant. Eventually, Kumasawa came to say good morning. Her cheerful manner was clearly out of place, and she couldn't help but be bewildered at the strange atmosphere in the room. Yeah, she has no idea. Then she heard the details from Gora and expressed her shock in a truly noisy manner. Truly Kumasawa-like. Yeah.
もちろん警察には連絡したんですよね。こういう時はどうすればいいんでしょう。おお、どうすればいいんでしょう。
Actually, this is not as noisy as I was expecting it to be.
落ち着いて聞いてください。どうも昨夜の落雷で何かの機械がやられたようなのです。それで電話が使えなくなっておりまして。
じゃあ台風が過ぎるまで警察にも連絡できないんですか？
Maybe Kumasawa's exaggerated surprise was a little comical. Rosa giggled in spite of the situation. Because of that, the fog of confusion that had covered her head cleared up a little.
私がしっかりしなきゃ。マリアだけじゃない。ジョージ君もバタラ君も。今は私が親代わりなんだから。しっかりしなきゃいけない。
Rosa had been the youngest sibling, with a large difference in age between her and the others. So she was always treated as a child. Every time she learned something new, it was something obvious to her brothers and sister. And she had grown a complex thinking that she must be incompetent. Yeah, that must suck. So she had formed a passive attitude, asking her brothers and sister for advice every time something happened. But she no longer had any brothers or sisters. Now, Rosa was the only one of the 4 Ushiromiya siblings left. Furthermore, if Kinzo continued to shut himself away even in this extraordinary situation, Rosa would have to surpass this crisis as the representative of the head.
私はもう子供じゃない。子供じゃない。
Rosa slapped her knees lightly and stood up. She must not wait for orders now. She had to start moving herself. She picked up the receiver to the extension phone on the side table. Then she immediately remembered that the telephones were out of order. Genji and Shannon, who she had sent to see Kinzo, hadn't returned yet. She had a general guess. He was probably yelling about something nonsensical again, and they were unable to calm him. His important chapel had been defiled with blood. That was easy to imagine. She had planned on using the extension phone to call the study, but with the telephone line dead, there was nothing else for it. Rosa decided to go to the study directly with her own 2 feet. Her old self would have been so frightened that she wouldn't have been able to go see Kinzo. And in fact, if she did meet him, she would probably be blamed for something and abused. But now wasn't the time to be frightened. As his true daughter, she had to make him aware of the current situation.
熊沢さん。私はお父様のところへ行ってきます。特に、ジョージ君とバタラ君の2人をお願いします。きっと、だいぶ神経が参ってると思うの。
ええ、それはそうでございましょうとも。本当にお気の毒なことです。何か温かい飲み物でも作ってあげることにいたします。
ありがとう。
Rosa went out into the hallway and headed towards Kinzo's study. The atmosphere in this mansion, which she had spent her younger days in and should have been full of memories, seemed somehow different. There's a huge age difference between Rosa and the other siblings. Forgot how much though. Yeah, I don't know if it was mentioned explicitly. If it was, I forgot. Sorry, I just got the general sense. She's the youngest, but I don't know by how much. And she began to climb the stairs in the entrance hall. Just then, in the gloom down the stairs behind Rosa, something glowed. It was a single fluttering gold butterfly. It fluttered around and sparkled. That butterfly quietly danced without a sound. Obviously, no one can hear the sound of a butterfly's wings beating. And then it stopped on Rosa's back as she slowly climbed the stairs. Oh god, no, that's creepy. Rosa didn't notice, and to an ignorant observer it would probably have looked just as though a single sheet of gold leaf in the shape of a butterfly had gotten stuck there. Without noticing, Rosa continued heading to Kinzo's study. Oh no.
さーて、次はどう遊ばせてもらおうか。まだまだ駒はいくらでもある。
In the parlor, which had returned to silence, the only sound was that of the TV which Maria was watching alone. If there was anything audible other than that, it was the sound of the rain, which had continued on and on since last night. Hey, Dragonstorm. Rosa is 35, Eva is 50. Oh, wow, 50! Rudolph is 44, don't remember Klaus's age. Okay, thanks for the info. 50, though! I wouldn't have put her at that far. I don't know, I never stopped to think about the exact numbers, but okay. Interesting. Every one of those people who had viewed that unearthly and horrible scene stayed silent, as though praying that the events of this morning were all a dream. Only Kumasawa hadn't seen it and so acted slightly differently. She instead found this silence difficult to bear and was fidgety with the desire to cheer everyone up. However, unable to say more than she should, it seemed that she was racking her brains as to how she could be of some use. Normally, it would be time for breakfast. However, maybe because something like that had happened, Goda seemed to have forgotten about preparing a meal. No, maybe everyone was so beaten up that they had forgotten their hunger. Kumasawa wanted to bring up the subject of what they would do for breakfast, but it didn't seem like the right atmosphere, so she really couldn't. But it was difficult being hungry, so she casually made a proposal.
皆さんもいろいろあってお疲れでしょ。こういう時は温かい紅茶で体を温めるのが一番ですよ。
それはいい提案ですな。私も賛成です。
美味しい紅茶にジャムを塗ったビスケットなどいかがですか。そうそう、ハロウィンの時期が近いみたいで、かぼちゃ型の美味しそうなクッキーが棚にありました。
Kumasawa, no, she doesn't know. Oh god, no, cut it, no, no Halloween cookies, no.
熊沢さん、それは。
Nobody wants to see that. Of course, she had said the wrong thing. Because she had reminded Battler and the rest about that horrible and tragic Halloween party in the chapel. Nanjo hurriedly whispered into Kumasawa's ear.
バトラさん、本当にすみません。悪気はなかったんですよ。
Of course not, of course.
いや、気にしてねえぜ。この煮えくり返るような怒りは。絶対犯人にお返ししてやるぜ。
Oh, Kevin! Crawling back from the depths. Is that the Tears of the Kingdom reference? How's it going, my dude? Maybe she does know. Thanks, Kumas. Knowingly or unknowingly, she made me hungry. So let's move on.
その犯人はまだこの島にいるのかな。
Hey, Morinda, this is episode 2.
いるだろうな。何しろ台風が過ぎるまで船は来ないんだ。
ええ、そうですとも。船はちょっとの風でも欠航しますからね。ましてや台風では絶対に船になんか乗れませんよ。
気持ち悪いな。
兄貴もそう思うのか。俺もだぜ。
This is my 16th stream of playing Umineko. So I numbered them like this. That's what the title means. You finished your bachelor's. Woo! Nice. Good job. Good job. Big brain, Kevin. Well done.
犯人が例の謎の来客かどうかは捨ておいてもだ。
そうですな。私たちはついついベアトリーチェを名乗る謎の来客を怪しがってしまいますが。
Oh, it has been mentioned already. It has been mentioned already, but usually I just use a quote from the game or from whatever I'm doing, and I picked this one up in the beginning without knowing much about it, but also without digging into it too much so that I don't spoil myself. So that's all there is. The Queen of Twitch. Oh, Kevin, I don't know how the Queen of Twitch is doing. I'm not her, but it's too kind. Thank you. I'm all right. A little bit sleepy, a little bit running on low amounts of rest, but I'm okay. I'm here with you, and I'm enjoying the novel, and that's all that matters. Yeah, it was mentioned already. I cannot piece together now exactly the scene, but it was imposter syndrome was the real lesson. I'm here, I'm real. At least there's that.
まだ犯人と決まったわけではありません。彼女がまだ死体の出ていない犠牲者である可能性も残っている。
それを考えると、どうしても理解できないことがあるんだ。
それはどういうことでしょうか。
簡単さ。さっき熊沢のばあちゃんの言った通りだよ。この島は今台風の真っ只中で脱出不能だ。それは犯人だって同じさ。なら犯人にとって犯行発覚は可能なら最も避けたいことのはずだ。
そうですね。礼拝堂の入り口にあんな不気味な魔法陣を書いて、ここに死体がありますなどとアピールする必要はありませんね。
Alright, okay. I knew there was something related to Shannon, something in the beginning of this episode, but I couldn't remember the exact scene. Thank you, Bear. Yeah, like it's the first thing that you find on Google. You don't even have to open a page. You get this. So it was quite immediate, but I didn't think of like using it initially because it felt like it was everywhere. But after talking a little bit with our very own Bear in chat, not the Bear teacher in the game, we in the end decided, okay, this is better because I'm told this encapsulates the essence and the spirit of Umineko very well. I still don't know the full extent of it. It hasn't been shown to me so far in the novel. I'm like piecing it together, but yeah, I'm sure I'll have all of the layers of depth of it by the end. Okay.
そうさ。そう。さらに言えば、あの6人にあんなむごたらしいことをするだけの手間をかけられたなら。
Yeah, right? So I'm told.
6人の死体を発見不能な場所に隠すことだって可能だったはず。
同感だね。あの残酷なハロウィンパーティーは多分死んだ人たちに向けられたものじゃない。やがて発見する僕たちへ向けたものなんだよ。魔法陣はそのためのアピールだと言い切れるだろうね。
犯人はこの島からしばらく逃げられないことを知っている。にもかかわらず、台風の真っ最中に死体を見つけさせたいような真似をした。こりゃどういうことなんだ。俺が犯人だったなら、 死体を見つけさせるような真似は絶対にしないんだが。
ベアトリーチェ様はお部屋におられませんでした。特に部屋が荒らされていた様子もありませんし、いえ、お嬢様がだいぶ荒らしてしまいましたが。
Yeah, Jessica took care of that.
そういや、ジェシカは
カノンさんが様子を見てくれています。
Yes, he know.
多分、お嬢様のお部屋におられるでしょう。
He did his best.
よくないね。犯人は間違いなくまだこの島にいる。今の状況下で少人数で孤立することはそれほどいいことだとは思わない。
それはどういう意味ですか？まさか犯人は私たち全員を殺すつもりだとおっしゃるんですか？
落ち着きましょう。まだそうと決まったわけではありません。
ところが悔しいことに、その可能性も否定できねえんだよな。この手紙が礼拝堂にあった。これによるならば、犯人は魔女様で、じい様の碑文の謎を解いて黄金を見つけなきゃ、一族老頭を皆殺しにする。みてえなことを言っている。
それは本当ですか？私にも読ませていただいてよろしいですか？
There's the Kumasawa screaming. There it is. As they read the witch's letter, Goda, Kumasawa, and Nanjo's faces grew even paler than they had been. Kumasawa could no longer hide her shaking.
死にたくなかったら、じい様の隠し黄金を見つけてみろか。ふざけやがって。てめえじゃ解けない謎だから、俺たちに解かせようって腹に決まってるぜ。
しかし、実際のところはどうなんでしょう。奥様は常々、黄金伝説は親方様が作られた幻想に過ぎないと言い切られておりました。本当に実在するものなのかは怪しいところですよ。
そうですな。あったらいいなとは思いつつ半信半疑だったはずです。親族の皆さんが黄金伝説を信じ始めたのは金蔵さんが健康を崩して遺産問題が浮上してからです。それまでは信じている人はほとんどいなかったと思います。
そうか、それでかな。覚えてるかい？礼拝堂のテーブルの上、黄金のインゴットが3つあったね。あれだけでも相当の価値があるよ。あれはまさに黄金伝説は実在することを証明してるんじゃないかな。
お待ちください。今、黄金が3つとおっしゃいましたか？
ああ、確かに3つが積み上げてあったぜ。それが何だってんだ？
私、旦那様がお話になっているのを聞いたことがあるんです。ええ、聞いただけでございますよ。別にこっそりお話に聞き耳を立てていたわけではございませんとも。
Nobody cares. It's okay. We don't think any less of you. Just say it.
今は気にしないぜ。
Thank you.
それで何だってんだ？あの金塊が3つじゃ何かまずいってのか？
ええ、旦那様がおっしゃるには黄金伝説を裏付ける黄金は一つしか見つかっていないのだそうです。
そうでしたな。確か金蔵さんがマルソーの会長さんに黄金の山を見せてその一本を持ち帰らせたというような話だったはずです。
その一つをですね、旦那様はお持ちになられていたのです。そしてこうもおっしゃっておりました。親方様の黄金伝説を裏付ける黄金はこれ一つしかないとも。
旦那様ってクラウスおじさんの話だよな。
We're going in the direction of the devil's proof again. Like that is the one that you did. Fine. That doesn't mean more doesn't exist.
ってことはなんだ？じゃなくて 3つ？おいおい、どこから出てきたんだよ。多すぎるぜ。
こうは考えられませんか。他の親族の方もそれぞれ見つけておられて、それを一つずつ持ち寄られたとか。
いや、私はそうは思いません。親族の皆さんがお屋敷に来られた時、私は皆さんのお荷物を預からせてもらっています。その時、不審な重さは感じませんでした。
あれは10キロくらいはあったと思う。そんな重さが荷物に入っていたら僕だって気づくよ。でもそんな雰囲気はなかった。
Real, maybe. I don't know.
うちも同じだぜ。せいぜい着替えと常備薬、桐江さんの化粧道具、そんなもんだったと思う。ローザおばさんの荷物も軽そうに見えたぜ。
となるとその3つ積まれた金塊は彼らあるいは僕らに示されたものということになるね。
You would feel if there was a gold bar in the luggage. Speaking from experience. Oh, what kind of experience is that, Zekto? Somebody posed a question to you? What do you mean? In the chat or in private? Or yeah, you can use your secret speak kind of thingy. I'm not gonna look into it.
黄金伝説は間違いなく存在する。幻想なんかじゃない。それを暴いてみろと。
それの隠し場所を示したあの碑文を私たちに解かせて横取りしようという魂胆でしょうか。
うん、確かにそれが一番筋が通る。
An Umineko poser. Aw, don't say that about yourself. That's okay. Not a true Rokenjima OG Giga Chad. What does that mean? What criteria would you have to fulfill to fit that role? I have an Umineko PhD too, actually. Ooh, nice.
しかし腑に落ちない点もいくつかあるぜ。まず碑文を一番解けそうな人物である親たちが真っ先に殺されてる。これはいきなり矛盾があるように思う。そしてここがもっと腑に落ちない。
Okay, so you need two Umineko PhDs. Got it. Fine.
黄金伝説は実在するって言ってどうして黄金が積めるんだ。まるで犯人はもう自分だけは黄金を見つけていて、お前らも見つけてみろって言ってるみたいに見えるじゃないか。
犯人もクラウスおじさんのようにその3本を手に入れ黄金伝説を確信し、
People who solved almost everything before all of the episodes were released are definitely the OGs. Okay, I see. That's very based of them. If they managed to do that.
残りを僕らに探させようとしていると考えるのが一番しっくりくるね。
チェス盤に駒がちっとも並ばねえ。犯人が何を企んでいて何をしたいのか何をさせたいのかがさっぱりだ。無駄なのか。
Oh wow, that's interesting. I mean, it's cool that some people are like that. I'm not gonna be that. Forgive me.
何を考えても今の時点では。
Oh, there she is.
書いてあるよ。何をさせたいかは。みんなは文字読めないのかな
Oh yes, that is true. The writing is very good, and the characters are absolutely top notch. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Dragonstorm. I thought she'd been concentrating on the TV, but she'd been listening into apparently. Oh, wait, I didn't read the line before, right? Maria suddenly laughed in a creepy voice. Okay, okay. I thought she had been concentrating on the TV, but she'd been listening into apparently. As she remained facing the TV, she very simply told us what we were forgetting.
ベアトリーチェは黄金が欲しいなんて一言も言ってないよ。ベアトリーチェは碑文の謎をみんなが解けるか解けないか、それしか聞いてないんだよ。どうせ無理だろうって思ってるに違いないけどね。
マリアにはそれが解けるってのか？
知らない。だってマリアは黄金鏡へ連れてってもらうんだもん。ベアトリーチェの邪魔なんかしないよ。
どうやらこれ以上を知るにはマリアに話を聞くほかないようだな。マリア、聞かせてもらうぜ。ベアトリーチェってのは何者だ？何を企んでるんだ？
ベアトリーチェはね、魔女なの。不思議な力で何でもできる。魔法の力で何でもできる。黄金も生み出せるし、パンも生み出せる。もちろんお菓子だって生み出せるよ。見たでしょ
？At that time, everyone jumped at the sound of a door being closed forcefully. We turned around to find that at some point Rosa had returned, bringing Genji and Shannon. Then she rapidly approached Maria, her heels clacking, and hit her sharply on the cheek. There we go again.
そんな話はやめなさい。バトラ君たちが気を悪くするでしょ。
Without waiting for a response, she slapped Maria's cheek once more. Everyone could only stand there, shocked.
ではわからないわよ。はいわ。
Okay, now we're just gonna do it blatantly into the open, like not even. Can we take a chill pill? And I know it's a very bad morning for everyone, but she mercilessly slapped Maria's cheek again. Maybe she didn't feel like resisting after being hit twice. Maria weakly said yes.
ローザさん、そこまでひどくすることはない。
Anyone can call the police? Nope, that's not an option.
娘に対する教育です。口は挟まないでいただきます。
The atmosphere around Rosa, with Genji and Shannon in tow, was somehow cold and yet dignified, completely different from how she seemed before she left. We saw that Auntie Rosa was holding something that looked like a gun. Ah, okay, so she's the one with the gun now. Oh no. I don't know if I like that. I couldn't imagine that she would have brought back a toy in this situation.
ローザおばさん、それは。
I mean, I don't have to imagine it. I've lived quite a significant part of my life without having one.
お父様のものです。このような事態ですので、特別に借りてきました。みんなだって分かってるはず。犯人はまだ近くにいるのですから、何があるか分からない。
同感です。犯人が何を企んでいるかを探るよりも、僕たちは身の安全を先に考えた方がいいかもしれない。
お父様はご無事でしたが、突然の出来事に多少取り乱していました。幸いにも部屋からは出ないと言っていますので安全でしょう。あと、私たちは極力同じ場所に集まるべきです。
同感だぜ。相手がどこに潜んでいるのかもわからねえし、何しろ一人という保証もねえんだ。
I shivered at the words that had come out of my own mouth. That's right. Could a single person kill 6 people and create such a horrible scene all alone? Isn't it natural to assume that this crime was carried out by multiple culprits? One more, ooh, and I shoot. Oh god, no. Oh god, no. I didn't think about that.
ローザさんに同感です。私たちは一ところに集まるのがいいでしょうな。
私もそれが良いと思いますよ。
So then you can grow suspicious of each other and then split up and then die, like last time.
お嬢様たちももうそろそろこちらへお呼びした方がいいかもしれません。
そうだね。もう降りてきてもらおう。
George Aniki made to grab the extension phone, but Goda-san shook his head. Oh, right. We can't use the phones right now.
俺と何人かで行ってこよう。ジョージの兄貴にゴーダさんも来てくれれば十分だろ。
いいえ、みんなで一緒に行きましょう。狼と羊のパズルなのよ。私たちがここに揃い安定しているならこの状態が一番安全。
狼と羊のパズル？
おお、マリア持ってるよ。見せてあげる。
マリア、テレビを消しなさい。源氏さん、ジェシカちゃんの部屋を教えてください。みんなで行きましょう。
はい、ご案内いたします。
さあみんな、一緒に行動するわよ。私の指示に従って。
We stood up. Maria alone looked like she had some lingering attachment to the TV, but she went along with everyone for now and got up.
シャノン、よかった。戻りが遅いから少し心配してたよ。
ご心配をおかけしました。親方様より筆行のご命令があったもので。
筆行？
シャノン。
すみません。失礼しました。
We headed for Jessica's room, led by Genji-san and Auntie Rosa holding the gun. Jessica and Kanon-kun are a girl and boy of about the same age. That would sure be a shame if we walked in on them at a bad time, is what I'd have joked about normally, I'm sure. Yeah. The battler of the beginning of episode 1 is just a shadow that we don't want to think about. He's in the past. However, Auntie Rosa was on edge, constantly exuding tension. So it really wasn't the kind of atmosphere where I could joke like that.
ほら、遅れないで。みんな一緒に行動するの。犯人はいつどこから飛びかかってくるかわからないのよ。
No, maybe Auntie Rosa's attitude was more appropriate. Since grandfather hadn't come down, Auntie Rosa was the leader. This wasn't a situation where she could smile like she always did. And Auntie Rosa was herself a mother. She probably also thought that if she didn't get a hold of herself, some harm might befall her beloved daughter. The culprit had killed 6 of our parents at once. The method they had used was unknown, but there was a good chance that this opponent could take down a large number of people in an instant. Auntie Rosa got enough of this BS. She woke up and chose violence. Ay. Was that with weapons or with numbers? Or was it the magic of a witch? In any case, it definitely didn't look like there were any factors indicating we could get careless. The rest of us should also take much greater care, like Auntie Rosa.
みんな止まって。
Auntie Rosa spoke in a sharp voice. When we peered forwards, wondering what was up, we immediately noticed the reason. Yeah.
何ですかこれは。
皆様、お下がりを。
Goda-san and Genji-san approached the door. Jessica's room was probably on the other side of that door.
これは礼拝堂の扉に落書きしていたのと同じ塗料のようですね。
Well, then you know what you're gonna find on the other side of the door.
そのようです。書かれてまだ時間がそう経っていないように見えます。
なんだありゃ。
Yeah, so it has been explained to me. Yep, that they're real.
また魔法陣かよ。
月の1の魔法陣だね。
There she goes.
赤の扉を開く力があるよ。
Yeah, Bea took care that I know stuff. Thank you once again. The door to Jessica's room had that creepy graffiti on it which had been drawn on the door to the chapel. That strange shape definitely had some meaning related to the occult. But it didn't matter what that meaning was. We were more worried about whether those two were alright.
そんなことはどうでもいいよ。
I mean, but at this point, you should already have at least in your subconscious the answer.
ジェシカちゃんとカノン君は無事なの？
嫌な予感がしますな。
Yeah,
早くジェシカさんたちを連れて下に降りましょう。
Nanjo has it.
お嬢様、お嬢様、おられますか？お返事をお願いします。
Koda-san knocked violently and yelled, but there was no answer. He twisted the doorknob with a clatter, but the lock just resisted him.
ローザ様、鍵がかかっているようです。
仕方ないわ。開けてください。
Genji nodded and Goda quickly unlocked the door with the master key. In the back of my mind, horrible images floated up and disappeared one after another. A magic circle had been drawn on the door to the chapel, and 6 corpses had been behind that. So if there was a magic circle drawn on the door to Jessica's room, then beyond it...
ジェシカ様！
どうしたの？いたの？
ジェシカ、どうした？
It was truly heartless. The expression on Goda's face and what he said when he opened the door prepared us for the brutal fate that Jessica might have met, even without seeing her. Everyone tumbled into Jessica's room at once. That scene told everyone that their worst fears were right on the mark.
ジェシカ！
なんてこと。南條先生！
The room seemed elegant for Jessica's age, and there she was inside it, lying on the ground. There was a large pool of blood on the floor, and there was a knife or something sticking deep into her back. Was it a knife? There was a design in the handle that had to have been done in a devil motif. There was no doubt that this weapon carried some kind of occult meaning.
これはひどい。お亡くなりになっています。これは多分肺まで届いてるでしょうな。死んでからそう時間は経っていません。
ジェシカ！くそ！くそ！
バトラ様。
Read
甘
about
かった。
Jessica. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
分かってた。島からは逃げられない以上、犯人は必ず近くにいたんだ。ならどうしてすぐに警戒しなかったんだ。甘えてた。犯人ってやつは罪を犯したらこそこそと逃げて隠れてるもんだと思い込んでた。
Let's see. Right, Jessica found in her own room in the mansion with a weapon shaped like a stake having been rammed into her back. At the very end, she got to be with the person she loved. She must have been happy. Hey.
あの時の僕たちは動転してた。ジェシカちゃんが怒りに身を任せて駆け出すのも仕方がないことだと思ってた。でも止めるべきだった。
幸田さん、どうしてジェシカちゃんたちを放ってきちゃったの？あなたが一緒にいてくれたらこんなことには。
いえ、それは私は危険ですから戻りましょうと言いました。ただお嬢様は一人になりたいと申しまして、カノンさんが自分に任せてほしいと言いまして、それを言ったら、カノンさんはどこへ？
そうだ、カノン君は一体。
カノン君、どこに？
カノンさんはお嬢様と一緒にいたはずです。一体どこに？
まさかやられたんじゃないだろうな。
静かに。この部屋に誰か隠れているかもしれない。ベッドの下やクローゼットなどを探して。
There was also a chance that Kanunkun's corpse had been pushed away somewhere. At Rosa's order, everyone searched the room together, but there wasn't a single human hiding anywhere.
どこにもないぜ。
So he's the disappearing person this time?
まさか犯人に連れ出されたか。なら早く探し出して助けないと。
I'm surprised nobody's like, oh, so he must be the culprit. Someone must be thinking that.
もたもたしてるとやばいことになるかもしれねえぞ。ローザおばさん、屋敷内を捜索しよう。犯人を探そう。カノン君を助け出そう。
静かに。
Auntie Rosa yelled at us loudly, and we fell instantly silent. She was probably contemplating something. But what in the world could that be? Auntie Rosa walked around the room as though looking for something, or as though she was collecting her thoughts. What's that sound? Then she found something on the side table by the bed and picked it up.
誰かわかる人、教えて。これは何の鍵かしら。
Auntie Rosa showed everyone a key with a cute mascot attached to it. Judging from its cute appearance, I didn't doubt that it was Jessica's key, but I had no way of knowing what key it was.
おそらくこの部屋のお嬢様のお部屋の鍵でしょう。
Yeah, and it was locked from the inside, and yeah. After hearing that, Auntie Rosa made a point of going outside the door and checking. Without a doubt, it was the key to this room.
どうしてこんなところに置いてあるのかしら。普通、大事な鍵はポケットとかにしまわないかしら。
お嬢様はご自分の部屋に施錠される習慣はあまりありませんでした。ただ、学校に行かれる時だけは、旦那様などに勝手に部屋を見られたくないと言って、施錠。
なるほど。登校してるわけじゃないから、ジェシカちゃんがここに鍵を置くのは自然なこと。
They did open the door with the master key, so it can be done with another key, at least one other key in the house. First off. Second of all, if Kraus really wanted to snoop around her room, he would know where to get that master key, so yeah. Oh, sorry. My bad. Yeah.
この扉を開けられる鍵はいくつあるの？
お嬢様がお持ちの一つだけですが。
あなたたちのマスターキーでは開けられないの？
開けられます。
マスターキーは何本あるの？使用人の人は全員持ってるの？余剰分はある？
はい。私たちは全員が持っています。余剰分はどうでしょう。
以前は何本かありましたが、奥様に不用心だと強くお叱りを受けまして、対応が取られたはずです。
そうです。私たち使用人が一本ずつ持つのみです。それ以外は存在しません。
Oh, there we go.
ちょいと待て。確か前回のゲームじゃマスターキーには余剰分があるって話じゃなかったのか。
それについてだがな、所在不明のマスターキーが何本もあってはわらわにあまりに不利であることに気づいたのだ。
そりゃそうだろうよ。密室で俺に魔法を信じさせたいお前にとっちゃ想定外のマスターキーは非常に不利だろうよ。何しろ俺は施錠に関するトリックが登場するたびに過去に紛失したマスターキーやその複製を犯人が所持していてって論法で対抗していくつもりだったからよ。
そうよ、その通り。だからそこを崩す一手を打たせてもらうことにした。設定を変更する。マスターキーは使用人たちがそれぞれ持つ一本のみ。
ふざけやがって。それよりこりゃどういう手なんだ。ローザおばさんは何を言っているんだ。
さあな、話に耳を傾けてみるがよかろう。
ありがとう。状況が整理できたわ。そしてジェシカちゃんを襲った犯人、あるいはその一味の一人を特定できたわ。
なんだって。それは誰だよ。
I mean, it's obviously canon. He is missing, and he's a servant, so he has a master key.
まさか
So of course she's gonna suspect
ローザ
him.
おばさんはカノン君のことを言ってるんじゃないでしょうね。
カノン
君がこの部屋は施錠されていたわ。そしてこの部屋に施錠できる鍵は使用人のみんなが持っているマスターキーとジェシカちゃんが持っているこの鍵しかない。
Well, that's all, folks. Goodbye and good night, and nothing more to do here. Roll the credits. We're done.
でも、ジェシカちゃんの鍵はここに閉じ込められていた。
Yeah, they're good. They give the reader a bit of visual aid.
ということは、施錠できたのはマスターキーしかありえないの。
おっしゃる通りです。
となれば誰かがジェシカちゃんを殺し、そして施錠したことになる。その人物はマスターキーを持っていたわ。そしてマスターキーを持っていた人物は5人しかいない。
そんな、私ではありませんよ。私ではそんなことできません。
熊沢さんは朝が遅かった。私たちが礼拝堂から客間に戻ってきてそこで会ったわけだけど、それまでの間あなたがどこで何をしていたかは証明不能。物陰から私たちを伺っていて、孤立したジェシカちゃんたちの後を追い、こっそり襲いかかった。
Okay, this is unexpected.
私がお嬢様のところを訪れてこんなむごいことをしたとおっしゃるのですか。
I was dead sure she was gonna go for canon.
あんまりにございます。あんまりですとも。
ゴーダさんだってどうです？あなたはカノン君にジェシカちゃんを任せて帰ってきたと言ったわ。でも本当なのかしら。本当は2人を殺してカノン君の死体を隠して、それで何食わぬ顔で戻ってきたんじゃないのかしら。
そんなことはありません。このゴーダ、誓ってそのようなことはいたしません。
I mean, anyone can swear on their own name. Isn't Kumasawa like 80 plus years old? She's old. I don't know how much, but yeah, she's old.
私たちでもありません。私たちは親方様のご命令で。
ええ、あなたと源氏さんについてだけは大丈夫よ。お父様から聞いた話でそれは裏付けられてる。2人はお父様の部屋でずっと筆行と立ち会いをしていた。
Oh yeah, the will thing. Okay, I remember now.
お父様と私が保証するわ。
ありがとうございます。
こうなれば郷田さんと熊沢さんのどちらかが怪しいという論法になると思うの。私もこの部屋に入った最初はそう思った。でもね、おかしいと思ったの。ジェシカちゃんの遺体の様子を見て。みんなはおかしいと思わない？
おかしいと言われますと？
ジェシカちゃんは背中を刺されてるの。ほら、よく一般的に言うでしょ。背中を刺された事件は顔見知りが犯人の可能性が高いって。部屋に気を許せないような人を招き入れて背中を無防備にさらしたりなんか絶対にしない。
まさかローザ様は
Okay, so
そ
we're
れ
going
を
back to
カノン
canon.
君だとおっしゃるんですか。
We're going back there.
ええ、私たちは殺される直前のジェシカちゃんの様子をよく知ってる。両親の無残な遺体を見てジェシカちゃんはかなりパニックを起こしてたわ。そしてその後に冷静を取り戻しひどく落ち込んだだろうことは容易に想像がつく。そんなジェシカちゃんが一人で部屋に閉じこもったという心理はとても理解できるの。そしてこの辺りの経緯は郷田さんの話とも一致するわ。一人にしてくれと言ったジェシカちゃん。
Yeah, no, I understand. I was expecting it, but...
そして年も近く思春期の関係もあったかもしれないカノン君が自分に任せてほしいと言った気持ち、本当によくわかるの。そしてだからこそカノン君をジェシカちゃんは部屋に迎え入れたと思うの。でも郷田さんや熊沢さんだったらどうかしら。部屋に入れてもらえたかしら。
私はお嬢様に信頼を得ていたと信じています。 ではありますが、その
And after how valiantly he fought too. Alas, poor Canon. Yeah, but only we know that.
ならゴーダさんもやはり容疑者の一人ね。
I'm still not entirely sure how much of that is real, so to speak. So, yeah. It's okay. We'll see. We'll see.
ゴーダさんは多分ジェシカちゃんには好かれてないと思ってたから、ナーバスなジェシカちゃんは部屋に入れなかったと思う。
Rosa is vicious. She's pulling no punches.
だから犯人ではありえないって思ったんだけど。
いえ、その残念ながらお嬢様にはお認めいただけていなかったかもしれません。
Don't deny your alibi, man.
熊沢さんはどうですか？
私どもね、長組は年が離れすぎていて、お嬢様のような若い方の気持ちはなかなか汲み取れません。お嬢様も私たちに心は開かなかったでしょうともねえ、ゴーダさん。
そうです。私たちではとても心を開かなかったでしょう。長身のお嬢様が私たちを部屋に入れてくれたわけなどありません。
You really don't have to jump on it this hard, like they're pouncing. Goda-san and Kumasawa-ba-chan each clasped their hands together, affirming each other with forced smiles on their faces. It was a really unpleasant routine. Yeah, I don't like it either.
昇進のジェシカちゃんが部屋に入ることを許した人物。
And it's just, I understand. This is their card to get scot-free out of the situation, right? Their kind of like direction to not have doubt cast upon themselves. So it's also based on a grain of truth that probably, yes, Jessica doesn't have this close of a relationship with either of them and wouldn't have allowed them into her room. But still, the way they're just like, oh yeah, no, I had so like, no. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to capture the heart and trust of Milady, so I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't have let me into the room and blah 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 blah. All right. Yeah, I can see that, and without it being explicitly told, by just the sheer number of people who are interested in watching me play it, even though they have played it or read it themselves plenty of times. So I can see that. It's interesting. I don't know if I would have the patience to do it though, but yeah, we'll see.
無防備な背中を許した人物。
They're arguing for their lives. I know, but it still gives me like a bit of a weird feeling. Yeah.
そしてその人物はマスターキーを持っていた。それらが示すのは一人。
Rosa is holding a weapon though, so I will give them that. I will give them that.
カノン君しかありえないのよ。
待ってください。カノン君は決してそんなことは。
あら、じゃあ他に誰が？やっぱり幸田さんか熊沢さんが怪しいの？シャノンちゃんはどっちが疑わしいと思う？ねえ。
私はそんな。
私ではありませんよ、シャノンさん。私ではありませんとも。
もちろん私でもありません。お嬢様と仲が良かったのはカノンさんと、あとシャノンさんじゃありませんか。
ああ、そうだったわね。シャノンちゃんならジェシカちゃんも部屋に入れてくれるかもしれない。でもあなたはお父様のところにいたはず。でも実はあなたが犯人なの。
Oh man.
シャノンが犯人のわけはない。おじい様のところで大切な用事をしていたとさっき言ったはず。
Here we are speeding in these circles.
シャノンちゃんと源氏さんは犯人じゃない。ずっと一緒にいたとお父様も認めてる。さてみんなはどう考えるかしら。
Ask that. No one could respond. Because even if someone did argue back, they would then have to offer the name of a different suspicious person. And no matter whose name that was, that person was here Fuck. No one could do something like that. Auntie Rosa glanced at everyone in turn, fingering the gun like it was a toy. She seemed so different from the normal, kind Auntie Rosa. No, it's probably because I still don't know how much danger we're in. Maybe until Auntie Rosa's attitude seemed natural to me, I wasn't fully appreciating the danger.
意見はないよね。じゃあ私の意見を言うわ。カノン君が死体なき犠牲者である可能性はもちろん否定できない。でも死体が見つからない限り、カノン君が容疑者である可能性も全く否定できないわ。
Both of those are fair? Yeah.
ひょっとすると、カノン君は犯人に襲われてどこかに監禁されていた。というような口実で、ひょっこりと現れるかもしれない。でも用心して、多分おそらく。いや、確実ね。カノン君がジェシカちゃんを殺した。
バカな。
私には信じられません。カノン君がお嬢様をなんて。あ、無理です。
僕もシャノンに同じだよ。カノン君が犯人だと決めつけることには反対だ。
なら郷田さんと熊沢さん、どっちが犯人なの？怪しい方を教えて。
私たちではありません。
カノン君じゃなくてこの扉を施錠できるのは誰なの？シャノンちゃん？ジョージ君？ねえねえねえねえ。
I feel like Rosa is taking a little bit of attitude from Beatrice here, and I'm wondering what that butterfly on her back meant earlier. But okay. Who is my spontaneous guess for who did it, other than Satan? I don't know. First time Rosa ever had power. Now she's hungry for more. I don't know. I don't know if this is something that has been lying dormant in her and now it's coming out because of the situation, or it's something else. And I don't know. I don't want to have a guess. I think this is one of the things that even if I had the wits to untangle all of this, I don't know if I would want to know or to even make a guess. I just want things to unfold and yeah, we take them one by one. Rosa is finally free from oppression of her older siblings. I guess, yeah. It's definitely true, that part that was mentioned earlier, that because whenever she learned something or whenever she discovered something or, you know, she acquired some sort of skill or whatever, they had already done it before her. And it was no longer any sort of surprise or something special or whatever. She took this more passive attitude around her older brothers and sister, and I was like, let me put myself in a different light of like, I don't know what to do, can you give me advice, instead of like actually providing her own I don't know, I guess standing up her own ground. That's kind of like what I want to say. But now she's doing it. My bad. Of course, they couldn't say anything back. They wanted to believe in Kanon-kun. But if they did, they would have to suspect the other servants. Yeah, it's a never-ending loop. Rosa had a difficult life. I don't doubt that. I don't. The simplest culprit was the mystery guest Beatrice. But she was nothing more than a guest and didn't have a master key. Then, if Beatrice was the culprit without a master key, do we have to accept the argument that she really is a witch and lock the door with the power of magic? I mean, if there are only 5 master keys, and Jessica's key was in her room and that's not what was used to lock the door, and the master key was definitely used, is it really like a certainty that all of the servants had it on themselves at all times and there was no time when the servant's key was used by someone else? You know, we're kind of going into the same direction as like the key from the first case of like, was it always where we're being made to believe that it has been or has it not. I would be disappointed though if it turns out to be more of the same thing, because it's kind of boring. Like, please make it different. But anyway, do we have to accept the argument that she really is a witch and locked the door with the power of magic? Filthy argument. Okay, I think they're gonna go into it, so maybe this is a good place to make a save for tonight. And it's like right at the 2.5-hour mark, so yeah, it's good. How do you create the biggest bully? You bully them relentlessly for a short time, then give them power. Then they'll never want to go back to how they were back then. Quote from Higo, I think. Yukishi seems to believe it and puts it into practice with Rosa. I don't know if Rosa is necessarily being a bully right now. I think she's... wait, let me save actually, and we move to the bigger screen. Save. Thank you. Here. There we go, yes. Wrong game, Chidori. My gosh. Here we go. There we are. Alright, so the bullying part and being put into practice with Rosa. I think there's multiple things coming into make Rosa take the attitude that she has so far. I do believe in her like mother-like energy in a sense. That felt genuine because she's the only adult of the family left, aside from Kinzo. Like, he doesn't count, he's locked away in his room, whatever. But out of the brothers and sisters, she's the only one left. And she kind of has this same feeling that Natsuhi also displayed last time, of trying to protect not just her own child but the other children as well. So it's coming from that direction. Yeah, being Natsuhi, here I am. So I feel like it's coming from that direction too, and I feel like it's genuine. There's also this, it probably is, but it's a bit more subconscious of her finally being the one in charge and the one with the highest rank, let's say. So she's probably getting a little bit high on that, not necessarily intentionally or maliciously. But I also feel like there's something else there, and I don't know what that butterfly on her back meant. And I feel like she has some moments, especially when she's trying to argue, like, who else could have done it? Like, you know, the key, the master key, and like, what were you doing this morning, Kumasawa? I knew Goda-san. You went with Kanon, and he said that Kanon asked you to leave it with him, but actually, is that true or not, or whatever, right? So she has like these little moments here and there that are very reminiscent of Bad Chichi's personality to me. But then I don't know so much about the Rosa that's like in the depths of her own self that had been suppressed until that moment, and now it's coming out. I don't know if it's that or it's the other thing or it's a combo of both, but yeah, I guess this is happening. I'm not liking her as much as I was liking Natsuhi last time when she was in charge, but let's see where it goes. My last drop of tea, it is complete. This is a Rosa episode, and that's alright. It's alright. Some characters were kind of cycled out, and now we get to see a bit more of the some of the others that were killed very prematurely last time. So let's see. I gotta say, Goda is not as annoying so far, but I guess it's because in light of the situation, like, I wouldn't have put it on him to be anywhere beyond just human and overwhelmed and scrambling to, you know, do something that's useful in the situation. So he's alright. He's alright so far. Poor Natsuhi got axed this time. Yeah. Yeah, she did, unfortunately. I would have liked more of her, but I can understand. We had quite a bunch of her last time, so it's okay. I mean, I would expect this is the not last that we see of her. There's gonna be other moments later on, so it's cool. It's cool. I miss Canon though. Such a weird stream. We haven't heard his voice today. I'm sad. Okay. Right. This has been this week. 2 streams complete. The pain is strong still from last time. But yeah, we will get through it. And we will pick it up again as per usual next week on Tuesday and Thursday, same time. I'm trying to think if there's anything that would go against that, but I don't think so. All is good. Schedule's fine. We'll keep doing this. Until then, I wish you a nice and relaxing end to your week. Take care, hydrate, rest, eat all the good food. Get out in the sun a little bit, but not too much because it's starting to get really summery and really annoying these days. Yeah, I will see you all again in high spirits and hyped for more Beatrice and Battler banter. Wow, so many B's. Beatrice and Battler banter. Yeah, let's see who takes the board this time, I guess. Until then, take care and I'll see you.